Why isn't it doing? Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you can hear me. If you can, say hello to my little friends. That's right. Welcome to Rock'em Sock'em Hockey Cards. I'm your host for this evening. Let's hope that you can hear me. Chris has said hello. Hello, Chris. Chris was integral in setting up this thing. Am I being heard? Do you think I'm being heard? Well, we'll find out soon enough. Um, so we got a brand new show. We're going to be rocking. We're going to be rolling. Some hockey news, some hockey card news that I've done some investigating on. Um, and okay, awesome. I like when things start off good. I must have fixed whatever it was last week, unbeknownst to me. So I mean, been unbeknownst to me. So anyway, we're back. Enough of the big, lot of hockey news going on in the NHL during this. We had a little bit of a break for the All Stars. Some was like a very I don't know. There was a men's take from the skills competition held in Vegas. I kind of liked it. I mean, I got a silly side, and there was a lot of silliness going on. And I think a lot of the events that they had sounded great on paper, but unfortunately, there were a lot of players from Canada who couldn't take 40-degree temperatures in Vegas and were freezing outside some of the outside events, which didn't make sense to me. But hey, I bet you the old school players would have taken it. That's right. So you had that, and now some big news out of Montreal. The Les Habitants have parted ways with their coach and hired ex-Ranger, ex-Tampa Bay Lightning, Martin St. Louis as their new head coach. And let me tell you, Habs fans, I like it. Martin St. Louis is a good leader, and I can't say enough good things about Jeff Gorton, who was formerly the New York Rangers GM. He is now their, I guess, president. I'm not sure if he's the GM president. I think he's the GM president. So that combo, I think, will do well. We'll talk about fantasy hockey and how that change could implicate or maybe add some value to some Canadian players who have absolutely underachieved this year as far as scoring goes. We'll talk about that. So let's talk about the hockey cards. That's what we're here for. It's Rock'em Sock'em Hockey Cards. Follow it on Facebook, on the Instagram, all that good stuff. And let's get down to it. Just before we get out of the way, wanted to talk about yesterday being the date in history. I don't know how many exactly. What the first expansion was in 68? I'm not sure. I want to look it up right now. It's the anniversary of the NHL expansion, going from the original six, the 67 NHL expansion, when they had the Kings, the North Stars, the Flyers, the Penguins, the St. Louis Blues, and the California Golden Seals. I don't know if they were the Seals at first and then became Golden. I don't know if that happened in that order. And the North Stars, of course, had quite a journey. Minnesota then took on the Cleveland Barons, because they've kind of became Minnesota, and then they moved to Dallas, and then the Wild came in Minnesota, and it's been a conglomeration of different North Star teams and all that stuff. So really we have the Penguins, Flyers, Kings, and St. Louis Blues still remaining with us. So pretty cool. 1967. That's what, 55 years ago, or 54 years ago? I don't know, something like that. So you got all that. Um, uh, so that's a bit of history for you. So let's talk about it. Let's get down to business. Let's get down to beeswax, as they say. On the Instagram and on the Facebook, I was promoting memorabilia cards. I was going to show you a little bit about the different patches and talk about the different jersey cards and all kinds of wacky stuff. I got a couple oddities, maybe one oddity besides myself. So we'll get into that. So I guess the first thing I want to start to talk about is my trials and tribulations about trying to find a MVP blaster box from a retail store. I don't know what is happening, and I think this is because the last few years, the companies have been releasing only special cards to retail stores. So I don't know if they got people tipping them off, but every store I go to, there's nothing there except these Magic the Gathering cards, which I give two craps less about. But who wants to sit there and match your drag and okay, all right, bye. Not my, sort of kind of enjoyment. But it annoys me that they got thousands of these. What about the sports cards? What about the hockey cards? I'm sick and tired of hockey here on Long Island in New York. I mean, you would think between the Islanders' recent success and their demise right now, but still hockey would be popular. And the Rangers are always popular, no matter where you are in New York. But you go to these shows and you might as well be asking for like a back rub. I mean, they look at you like you're completely insane. I had a guy at a show I went to last week. I said, "You have any hockey?" He goes, "Yeah, I have this Eric Lindholm." It was Eric Lindros, okay? It was from 1990. It's 2022. This guy had the only hockey card he had was Eric Lindros, who was, and at the time, was one of the hottest hockey cards you could get. But this is the only offering he gave. You look, no, I don't do hockey. No, I don't do hockey. And it's frustrating. Sometimes I wish I lived in a place where hockey cards were abundant, but I probably wouldn't get the finds that I get when I go to these shows if I did. You go to Canada, everybody's hip to what everything is and how much it costs. And, I'm a guy who likes to go to the show and I'm a bargain up. And a lot of times it's ridiculous. So back to the retail thing, I'm hunting all around. I'm driving. I got to go to Target. I got to Walmart. I mean, there's a pandemic still going on, and I'm hunting for hockey cards. My priorities are totally screwed. But for the sake of the hobby, you must succeed where others have failed. So I finally, I'm kind of bought. When I go up to the retail thing, I go right to the thing. I'm not futzing around. I'm not going shopping. By the way, I didn't find peanut butter. Forgot all about that because I got distracted by cards. So went to the card section. I'm looking at nothing. Target, completely barren. And I'm just kind of like, I'm griping. I'm talking to myself, just like I'm doing right now. And I come by these two MVP fat packs that are just like sitting there, and they're not in a box or anything. I'm giddy as a schoolgirl. I'm like, yeah, finally some retail. Now I know I could go and get blasters or whatever, fat packs from my boy Izzy, over at the Punjabi Bazaar, whatever that, the Unique Bazaar over there, whatever they call on that thing. And Izzy will hook you up, but I don't know. Some of these things are exclusive retail outlets. So I wind up, got it here. Wind up. It's fairly decent, I think. Okay, let's see. Let's get this in the stream. So I went up. Hey, this is what I find. There you go. 28 cards inside. How could you go wrong? I mean, this is like amazing to me. I finally hit a retail. Now, granted, it's MVP, and although I really like this year's MVP, Upper Deck, I don't know what's going on. Series 1 is being delayed. I don't know if it's a pandemic shipping thing. I don't know what's going on. It's just late, and the natives are restless. But getting back to this, so I find this thing. I'm all excited. Now, my experience with fat packs is not good. The Upper Deck fat packs are completely worthless. At least in my experience, you get like 40 cards. None of them are a young gun. None of them are special. They're just commons. And they're a complete waste of money as far as I'm concerned. So I bought 2 of these. I'm getting 56 cards. I have no idea what to expect. I'm just so happy that I've got this retail. That I'm like, it's going to suck if I get 56 commons. Let me tell you right now. But I was just like, I'm just going to roll the dice on this, And I do like the MVP product. Maybe I'll get some scripts, silver scripts, something like that. So I opened up both of them, and I was pleasantly surprised. Number one, you can skip the first 24 cards because the 2 packs that I opened up all were commons. All the so-called money cards are down at the bottom. So this makes it easy. At least I know from this little sample size, it looks like you get 4, 4 reasonably good cards, let's put it that way. 4 keepers, all right? And I'm on, okay. So I'm going to share with you the keepers I got. Since this is a hockey card show, that's why I'm going to show you. All right. You're going to see right here a Sebastian Aho. That's a heart attack card. Now, my wife doesn't like Sebastian Aho. I don't know why, but maybe she wishes him a heart attack. I don't know. I don't think she does. She's not. So that's a nice card, right? I'm trying to remember how much I paid for these things. That I should have added into that, but we'll find out later. I got an Ice Battles Chris Letang. Yeah, it's a consolation prize. Again, I've talked about the Ice Battles. It's good in the concept, but I don't think people are actually having you can't catch Ice Battles on Twitch, if you know what I mean. People aren't playing it. Isn't sweeping the nation. I got a Thomas Shabbat silver script. There you see it. The Ottawa defenseman, Thomas Shabbat. Great player. Wish his team was a little bit better. And Jan Jenik, and I don't know how to pronounce if it's Jenik or Jenik. Rookie card. Short print rookie card. There he is on the Coyotes. It was worth like $4 or $5, this card. So I was like, all right. Went for the fat packs. This is much more than you're going to get with the Upper Deck fat pack. I'm telling you right now, do not ever get fat pack. And if you've gotten some hits from a fat pack from Upper Deck, wunderbar. You hit the freaking lottery. You play Powerball. We got something from that. Then I got one of the 20th anniversary cards. Travis Konechny, who I have no affinity for, and but again, I'm getting something. Make me happy. I mean, I take pleasure out of this, getting some hits, you know. And so I got that. I got a Jamie Drysdale, Mr. Drysdale over here. He looks like he's going to be a good one too. Anaheim has got a lot of good young players that really, they've been doing pretty well this year. Been a little bit of a surprise. So Jamie Drysdale, got a Quinn Hughes Ice Battles here. There you go. And a Igor a Sharon Govich Silver Script. Yeah, so you could gaze at that Wonderkin, who I thought was going to be much better coming over from the KHL, I believe, but he hasn't panned out. So yeah, there you have the Fat Pack experience. I'm sure you enjoyed that as much as I did. So you have that. So as you can see from the last night's broadcast, which was the Blue Shirt Underground show, which me and Jim Schmiedeberg both host or co-host, there's a lot less chairs in the purview. People were saying, how many chairs do you need? And are you selling these chairs on the internet? So, we took a lot of, I took a little guff, and I explained myself, and everything is copacetic. We short some chairs. So I found out something today. And again, this is MVP related. 2021-22 MVP. The only, besides the Pro set, the only set that is out. And this is why people with the upper deck, you got people saying, I'm saving my money for hockey, but it's taking so long. I'm going to spend it on baseball and have nothing for hockey. People flipping out, cursing upper deck out. I mean, what do you think? They don't want to sell product? There's a problem. And a lot of people are unhappy with the design. And we'll get to that in a few. So I found out about the 2021, the 21-22 MVP. Now, see, I do not delve into the e-pack thing because me having a digital card on my phone means ungats. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might as well just take a picture of, Connor McDavid and say, oh, yeah, look at my phone. It's a 1 of 5. I just could put 1 of 5, use a Photoshop or something. I don't know. I don't really get into it. Maybe I'm just an older guy. I'm not really. I like to physically have something in my hand, so to speak. It's just not my bag. So what we have is we have I find out that if you complete something on e-pack, on the e-pack, upper deck e-pack, and I don't know what it is. It's a special, I guess it's a collect certain cards. I'll have more specifics next week because I know you're all waiting for those. We all can look it up. But anyway, if you succeed in your mission of collecting these e-pack cards, you can actually get a physical card that is not cannot be gotten in a retail or a hobby box of 2021-22 MVP, and that is a green script. That's right, not even listed on Beckett yet. There is I do not have an example of the green script. I should, and probably by the next show, I'll have the green script. So just to go over it, MVP comes in silver script, gold script, superscript. I don't know if there's a black script. Not sure. Don't quote me on that. And now we have found out the EPAC only challenge. You can get a green script. So have no idea what they're going to be worth. I know that they haven't been going for that crazy amount. I mean, I have no idea what a Quentin Byfield goes or Trevor Zegras goes for in green script. Haven't really looked it up. Just make sure I got my own personal collection green script, guys. So the green script is all the rage. Well, actually, I don't think many people know about it, and that's why we have this show. Because I'm telling you about it. Who else is going to tell you about the green script? Nobody gets there. Nobody talks hockey around here. Speaking of which, we were talking about the hockey news. Again, I'm all over the place right now, but I'm talking a lot of MVP. But frankly, folks, there's nothing else to talk about as far as what's out there. So if you're getting a little MVP weary, I can't help that. Let's try this. All right, let's go here. And let's go. Sorry about this. Again, it's tough when you're just doing it yourself. Okay. All right, and here we go, and a rock and roll. Okay, here we go. This is what is causing the kerfuffle. This is Upper Deck Series 1. We went over this a little bit. I'm not really happy with the rookie selection of this Series 1. I got to tell you right now. Let me see if I can adjust the screen here. Not too happy about that. Let's see if that worked a little bit better. Okay. Just 1 second here. Okay. Let's see. All right. Okay. All right. So we're looking at this. We're looking at what the young guns. This is a topic that's going on with amongst the hockey card community. They're not happy with the design of the young guns, and maybe they're right. They don't like the fact. Okay, first of all, usually the young guns is a little bit more. It's a pop. It's an eye-popping thing. You notice right away you got a young guns. There's usually something at the bottom. You could see that the right here. I don't know if I can. The arrow is showing, but right here usually would be the young guns. But see, it's on the side now, and it's in silver, and it's not really popping like. And people are going berserkerless that the fact that the name of the player is on the side. So you can't immediately see when you open a pack, the typical place where it would be at the bottom of the card. It's now you have to take the extra effort with your eyes. I mean, this is stamina, folks, to go to the side and read it sideways. Now, speaking of which, we opened the show with the Marty St. Louis and Cole Caulfield, or as he was known as Goal Caulfield, had a tremendous playoff last year, and he was one of the hottest names in hockey, and especially, north of the border from here in America. People were just going bonkers over. Well, Cole has gone cold. Let's put it this way. I think he only has like a couple goals, and I guess Series 1 really put their oomph into Caulfield, because I think the young gun selection is not so hot, but Series 2 should be loaded. So, but by the time Series 1 comes out, who knows? So a lot of people are upset about the side naming, and the young guns not impressed. A lot of moaning about that, and so I mean, I think some of it's warranted. Some of it's warranted. They're also not very hot on this. One of the inserts that is in there, called the electromagnetic. This does nothing for me. This looks again like a Photoshop job. I don't think it's going to be a collectible insert that people are going to be highly desired to like get it, unless you're a completist and want to, one of those people who's like super OCD. And listen, that's fine too, man. I really respect people who like try to collect sets and do that work, because that is, they're hardcore hobbyists, and I do respect that. I do respect that. Let's face it, if you're a hobby of any sort and you're really into it, you're a little OCD about the hobby. I mean, I go full throttle. Anybody, whatever your hobby is, a lot of us are fanatical about it. So you have that. This honor roll superstar thing. Am I getting excited about this? No. I don't even know what this design is above Ovechkin's head. What is that? Some international symbol of peace or something? A superstar, I guess. Oh, you got a star on the right corner. Okay. Congratulations. They went back. I mean, listen, the Upper Deck portraits from last year were kind of like, it was like in living color. It was like the 80s graphics. It was kind of goofy looking. It looked like MTV-ish, I guess. And they decided to go back to not the black and white. I guess this is kind of an amber thing. I don't know, an amber alert. Who knows? Beauty portraits never gets me excited. They're always undervalued. They're just, again, if you're collecting the set, that's fine. But there it is. The thing I like, the Dazzler, right? The Dazzler, ladies and gentlemen, back, I believe, for its second year. So I'm happy about that. It looks like here, from what I'm reading, the retail tins, if you can find them, will have OPG glossy rookies via a 3-card bonus pack. Fans can find the exclusive sophomore sensations inserts in starter kits. That I missed out on the last couple of years. And here's what the jerseys look like. And come on, folks. They could have done better with this, too. This looks like some OPG from like 2006. It looks, I mean, their jerseys never do well. I've had some success. I actually got a patch and a signature of Jerome McGinley once in a hobby box. It was 1 of 5, I think. And I do not have that. I sold that bad boy. That was like a $400 card, I think I sold it for. So There you go. Now we're going to look at the young guns. Cole Caulfield. I'm going to just get the guys that stand out to me. If you got Cole Caulfield, for me, being the Ranger fan that I am, Morgan Barron, I'll be collecting him. Spencer Knight has been up and down, basically, for the Panthers this year. He's the backup to Bobrovsky. He's played well, then he's played bad. So we don't know if that. Jeremy Swayman, he's selling for a lot. A lot of people like this guy. I have not seen him personally. Jeremy Swayman, being a goalie, I think he'll be highly collectible and highly sought after. Zach Jones from the Rangers, Trevor Zegras. I think those are two good guys. I think Zegras will definitely sell more. But let's see, anybody else? No. I mean, that's it. Where is the Quentin Byfield? Did I miss him? Or is it basically you have to play a certain amount of games? I don't know what the criteria is, but, where is Lucas Raymond? Where is Seider? Where is, a lot of these guys? I can't think of them at the top. So anyway, it was very underwhelming, the selection that you have there. So not a big fan yet. You like it, Chris? What do you like about it? So we have that. So the main topic of tonight's show was supposed to be memorabilia cards, and it is going to be. We've already skyrocketed 30 minutes of me bloviating about hockey cards, but that's what we're here to do. I mean, so we got this. I wanted to share some of the patch cards and the jersey cards I have. And you would think, what happened? Oh, the rainbow electric magnets. Huh. I don't know. Oh, you like that magnetic thing? I didn't like that at all. But, that's different strokes. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now I'm going to get this card. This one's going to be a little hard to see because it's in a top loader. Not a top loader, but a what you call it? Hard, whatever they're calling. I don't know what the heck I just had on. Anyway, you see I got a Henrik Lundqvist here. When you're trading or selling, this is a weird thing that I found out. The amount of colors in the jersey or patch can increase the value of the book value. Say this, for argument's sake, the book value is $50 on this. You can ask for, or a lot of times, you'll say, well, there's 3 colors on one side here, so it's $60 or it's $65. I mean, whatever you come up in your head, you can justify it with that. So when you're collecting and you're collecting a jersey card, for me, I don't like something that's just plain white, because I mean, it could be from anything. I want the colors of my team or the colors of the guy I'm collecting. And a lot of times, how many colors that are in the swatch will, like I said, determine how much the card is worth or sought after. In this case, this Lundqvist card has 3 on the left and obviously just a blue on the right. So you can do that as well. Now, what I just showed you, and I'll show you again, these are not patches. These are jersey swatches, I think, pretty much. Let me just check. Yes, it's Ultimate Jerseys. So it's just a part of the jersey. Okay, now we're going to check out another guy. And this, I guess it's typically, I don't know, this may not be a patch. We're gonna take a look at it. I would say it's a patch because of the thickness, which you can't really see in here. And it's 10 of 25. Usually with a low run thing, you're going to get a patch or a higher quality jersey swatch. Um, this one, I'm pretty sure, I'll look on the back. That was Carl Hagelin, by the way. It doesn't look anything. Uh, and speaking of the All-Star Skills competition, he won the fastest skater, being out Colin Greening. Huh. Didn't know that. Yeah, if you look at the thickness, which you can't see here, I'm going to bring it closer. You could see it's thicker than just but, technically, I don't know. I would say that's a patch. Also, which I displayed on Instagram, I like these multiple jersey cards. A lot of collectors do not like them, but I like them because you can really. Let me see if I can get closer here. Yeah. Because you could find some of these guys are like some of the all-time great goalies. Although only two are in the Hall of Fame, Hasek, who I consider probably the best goalie to ever play, just because he reinvented the position. I'm sure there can be a discussion if it's Wah or it's Brodeur, or he just innovated the position, similar to the discussion between Wayne Gretzky and Bobby Orr. And Gretzky, you have to give it to him just by the crazy statistics he put up. But Bobby Orr, there's a case to be made for Bobby Orr because Bobby Orr reinvented the defense position, and he was just a hybrid of everything. He really encompassed everything. So with this, I like to get the multiple jerseys. You got four great goalies here, and I think this is from 2000, probably 2008, probably 2008. I'm not sure. Let me look on the back of it. Yep, 2007, 2008. So at the time, I was thinking, well, you knew Marty was going to get in. Cujo, I thought was a very good goalie. And Eddie Belfour, who played for the Blackhawks and later the Panthers. And both these guys were very good goalies. So I decided I don't think I pulled this. No, I might have pulled this. I might have actually pulled this. I don't think I went out and bought it. But I just like combination cards. Some collectors don't want to dabble in this. And I'm always very interested on how they actually make these things. I would love to talk to somebody how do they insert these swatches? Because so Cutter has now joined us. Cutter, thank you. Cutter is saying they robbed my boy Wav being on that jersey like the Habs robbed him of being head coach. Wow, that's some heavy stuff there. I don't know. He had quite a temper on the bench. Those guys usually don't have and he used to pull the goalie. I remember really quickly as a coach. But hey, listen. I'm sure there are plenty of walk cards on there with multiple other goalies there, but I don't know. I mean, Cujo had some good times with the Blues. Came up with the Blues. He was with the Leafs. I thought he was a very serviceable uh, goalie, and I guess he wound up with Phoenix at some point. That's what he's on the card. So you have that. So then we're going to go to another card. I like some of these die cut jersey cards. Um, this one is of Michael Delzado. Speaking of well traveled guys, this is a die cut card, die cut jersey card. Getting a lot of glare here. Whoa, sorry about that, folks. But as you can see, the word Rangers, move it up here. The Rangers is spelled out and covered with a white jersey. I probably wouldn't have gotten this card had it not just said because of the color. I'm not a big white guy. I need some flavor. And that card, it's pretty cool because it's got Rangers on it or whatever other team it was. Unfortunately, it's from Panini Certified, which is not one of my favorites. And I think Cutter will like this one because one of the Rangers' biggest busts in recent memory, Dylan McIlrath in all his glory, with his own die-cut name. I think those are cool. I don't know. I like them. They're special, Like, I don't like, again, anything that's out of the ordinary. And then my final one I really wanted to share with you was this is a Mark Stoll 15 of 25. This is a piece of the net that was used in one of the games when the Rangers last appeared in the Stanley Cup. Can you believe that? Now, I don't know when they took this net after practice, but whatever it is, I don't think it says game used, but this is a Stanley Cup final. I'll have to get back with it whether it's game used. I think it is, which I think is pretty cool. Pretty cool. And I have several of these. I have about 3 or 4 of them. I have a Brad Richards. I have a Chris Kreider here presenting the Stoll. So there's a lot of different ways you could go. And it's all to your own personal liking. I'm not telling you to go one way or the other way. I'm just saying, listen, you can go any way you wish. It's all about personal preference. So I was talking earlier about hockey news cutters here, so I'll continue. Tuukka Rask has officially retired for the Boston Bruins. Tuukka, I think had a really good career. I don't think he's Hall of Fame worthy. I don't think that's but he'll go down like a Cujo. He was a good goalie. He was a backup on the Stanley Cup winning team. Also, his former teammate, Brad Marchand, was suspended by the NHL. He got 5 or 6 games for being a bad boy, a repeat offender. He's one of those players that, you absolutely hate, but if he was on your team, you'd be at least in my opinion, you'd be rooting for day in and day out and just been loving this guy. But that's you play with fire, sometimes you get burnt, Brad. Check out the big brain on Brad. That's right. So that was in the news. My Edmonton Oilers friends. That's right. Dave Tippett is out as coach. How is this going to play out? I mean, earlier in the season, it's Edmonton this, and McJesus can't be stopped. And look at them go around the ranges, and Leon Drysdale, and then now they got Evander Kane, the problem child. He's over there. And they still couldn't get it together as far as, stringing a winning streak together. And they decided to change their ways. Their problem is goaltending. You got to have good goaltending, and they don't have it. Mike Smith is a game over. He's just not going to cut it. And they're, you got to have depth in this league. You got to be able to check. You got to be able to play a somewhat physical. And you can't win every game 6-5. And it's the same old story with Edmonton. It's lots of firepower, but they don't have anybody in the D line, in the back line. But nonetheless, McDavid and Drysdale, and they're phenomenal players. And I was talking about this on the other show. I was, Sid the Kid. He's one of those players that he makes everybody better. I mean, anybody, but that's the mark to me of a great player. Mario was the same way. Mario made Chris Kontos look great. He made guys you never heard of. And they constantly are dealing with injuries. And they always find these guys to come out of the woodwork and perform. And now they're healthy and they're running roughshod. They are not playing games. And we'll see what happens. See, I get to talk good about other teams on this broadcast. Usually I'm, denigrating every team in the league besides the Rangers on the Booster and Ground Radio show with Jim and Eddie. Catch that. All right. Let me see if I covered everything. Pretty much, other than I wanted to talk a little bit about fantasy hockey. There are a lot of guys that are still hanging around that haven't been picked up. That if you're dealing with injuries or a COVID-19 crisis, these guys are gone. I think they lowered the minimum days you can miss now, the max, before you can be reinstated. I think it's 5 days or something. It used to be 7 or whatever it was. The clear COVID protocol. So there are some guys that are not on a lot of teams that are available that I feel like really they got either a late start to the season, or either by injury or whatever happenstance. And you also have a lot of guys that just have underproduced and just haven't been worth taking. They got off to bad starts and they never recovered. And this is what I said at the beginning of the show. I think that this Martin St. Louis thing will help a lot of the Montreal Canadian players. And I think a lot of them you can get. I would definitely take a flyer on Tyler Toffoli. He's always been a good fantasy player in the past. He scores some goals. I think perhaps Cole Caulfield can get reignited and might be able to get him. This is just basically talking about the Canadians because, frankly, who would you want on the Canadians as far as scoring goes in a fantasy league? I mean, I don't think they even have a guy that's averaging 1.5 fantasy points a game. So some guys that I've been looking around on the ESPN Fantasy Hockey League primarily. Valery Nichushkin, or Nichushkin, however you like to pronounce it. I think he got promoted to the first line, and he's only been taken probably. I'm looking at it here. He is owned only on 30% of the rosters. So I would look at him as a guy that could do something and provide some offense. When he's played, he's done very good. So let's see. I'm going to just check out where he is as far as the lineup goes. I don't want to make me a liar here. Yeah, he's on the first line. He's playing with Ranton and Landeskog. Now, he's not on the first unit on the power play, which, is a little bit of a detractor, but he is on the second line. That first line is, and I think this is pretty much because McKinnon is out. So, but he's done very well this year, Nichushkin. I want to have it. And he's finally coming into own. He's got 23 points in 28 games. So that's pretty good. So I like that first line of Buffalo. The Sabres have, again, these are guys that you're going to find at the bottom of the barrel. But still, I like that first line. I mean, Jeff Skinner, I would stay away from. But this Alex Took and even Tage Thompson, these guys are, 15% of the league have got Thompson. Again, you don't want to put major stock in like Buffalo Sabres. But if you're looking for guys to replace guys in a pinch, so to speak, you can plug those guys in, especially if you're in a daily league where you can. I think a guy. Well, you know what I was going to say. Evander Kane is only 65% owned. You could, he's playing first line minutes. I actually thought that. Okay. Yeah, so there are players around that you can get in there. Again, I like that Alex Took. I'm all about that Took man. But he was another guy that was injured. He came over in the Eichel trade, I believe. And he's only played 13 games. He got 13 points. And, the Sabres are terrible, but they're not super terrible. Somebody's got to score, right? Somebody's got to score. That's the way I look at it. Really? Is that the way I look at it? Yes. Trying to go through some other guys that I think are worth it. I always like some Pavel Buchnevich, 76% owned, but that's a little bit more. I like as a defenseman Shane Gottsvier on Arizona. He's a sleeper, but a lot of people they forego the defenseman in fantasy leagues. They just want as many forwards to plug in, and I see some people will actually forego a lot of goalies. We'll get into that, the strategies that come into play in the fantasy world. So that was my little fantasy update. There you go. So, all right, folks. Well, we're almost done with 1 hour of me bloviating all over the place. Hopefully, I'll have an update on the upper deck. Hopefully, I'll have conquered some more retail. Maybe I'll head over to Izzy's. Shout out to Man Cave Inc. I don't know how you can contact them. I know on Facebook, if you look up Ricky Otazu, Otazu, you can reach him that way, or on Instagram. He's based out of Nashville. He's got a lot of collectibles. You've got the Rubens over at American Sports Legend, Scarsdale. They run a great shop up there. You go in and you go there. That's fave place. I know they got plenty of hockey up there. They love their hockey up there. Again, you got the unique bazaar or flea market, whatever they call it. There's the Tri-County Flea located in Hempstead, New York. Go upstairs, second level. Go say hello to Izzy. And I think that's it. I think I've been plugging people. I want to thank a lot of the guys at Beckett. Just made a tremendous trade. I mean, it's going to add a lot to my PC. You know, I traded a lot of good cards, but you got to trade. You know, love the trading. I can't say enough about Beckett and the trading. I really enjoy it. I like Cardboard Connection, although I haven't really figured out on Cardboard Connection exactly the whole trade feature. So I'm going to try to. Maybe I'll get somebody on from Cardboard Connection to explain to me how I can add my cards in a fast manner. Because, you know, when you've got so many cards that I just don't really want to go through clicking boxes for like an hour and a half, 2 hours a night just to catch up with all my halves and all the stuff I want to trade, you know. But that's here nor there. So I thank you for watching. It's a pleasure. I'll keep doing these shows as long as I'm having fun, and I'm having fun. You know, drop me a line on the Facebook page. Tell me if you like the show, if you don't like the show, if you dislike the show, you want to be on a show, you want to put on a show. You know, it's all good with me. So catch me on the big broadcast, Blue Shit Underground Radio. And this fledgling little thing will continue on next week. I'd like to say good night to you all, and may God bless.